They call a podcast Poppy. Kinkos, I see they tryna copy. Diamonds in the chains, bust down wrists. And you ain't never seen no like this. What? Tell me something.
Cowboys versus Patriots.
What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. Like when it drop, whole game in the chokehold. I be out on a late night, opposite a play fight. See sign break night. This break night. My wristwatch is like a break light.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as you get a look inside Gillette Stadium here in Foxborough. A moment ago, the pride of Massachusetts, the Patriots, introduced to this, as always, sold-out crowd as they get set to go head-to-head with the Dallas Cowboys. Ready to go now. Stephen Gostkowski for the Patriots as we are off and running in Foxborough. Jackson now to return. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Let's go! Try 38!
Even with the nice move, can't go very far. Stop short of the 30. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7. Prescott to throw this time. The Pats are going to get there.
1-2, and I'm going to go for it, do something stupid.
My goodness, was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
And the pressure gets to him again. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. The Patriots into the red zone for the first time. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll run it here. This is James White. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. James White, an 18-yard touchdown run. And the Pats have taken the early lead. And he gets it to make it 7-0 Patriots. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. Jackson now to return. And he's going to be out of bounds here on the return at his own 2-yard line.
Only able to get it to the 2-yard line on his return. Not going to make a lot of friends on your team when you only get it that far.
Here we go, 46. Here we go. 488. Let's go. Let's finish now. 26.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he'll take this up to about the 7- or 8-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
And that run, that changes the whole mentality about the drive right there. They were starting on their own 2-yard line. They just wanted enough space to pump the football successfully. Now they're talking about putting together a drive.
Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction, and when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards on the play. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
If you're the coaching staff upstairs, you might want to file that play away. Did you see how fast the safety closed on that one? Coming up in run support, made a big-time tackle. Might want to try and check into a pass next time.
Yeah, got him for a loss. Really, really great play defensively. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an of
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, as it is Cowboy football to begin quarter number 2. But they face a 2nd and long to start things out. And an alley to Rupp. Tavon Austin, he's going to go. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tavon Austin. 41 yards. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. Extra point splits the uprights. And we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Charles, for the New England Patriots, one stat that you and I were looking at before the game, it's kind of interesting. When they lost in weeks 14 and 15, it's the first time they suffered back-to-back defeats in December since 2002. So I don't know that they're in trouble as they go toward the playoffs, but not playing their best football.
I think that's a great point because you have to go back to 2002 for that to happen. So their level of consistency off the charts. But you're exactly right. They are not playing their best football. And what they're always competing for is one of those opening week buys where they have to play that extra game in the playoffs. It looks like this year they may very well have to play that extra game. And if that's the case, it's not the recipe for getting to the Super Bowl for the New England Patriots.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. From the gun, it's Brady. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This is fielded at the goal line. And what a return. Great field position all the way out to the 48-yard line.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
So Brady and the Pats take over 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48.
Hey, 20. Here we go. Ready? Wide. Go.
Now Brady to try again after the pick six. This one left side caught by Patterson. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Cordero Patterson, 52 yards. And the Patriots are within an extra point of tying this one up. Extra point good by Gostkowski. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. The corner, Stephon Gilmore on the stop.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. That one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Tavon Austin, he's going to go. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tavon Austin with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Cowboys have broken the tie. Point after try forthcoming. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So the Patriots coming out now. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, we'll see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Brady and the Patriots now 1st and 10 at their own 26. They'll start the drive with a give to White. And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. It's a pickup of 3, and we have now arrived at the 2-minute warning. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. Back to Foxborough after this.
Hey, Alabama. Here we go. Wide. Go.
On 2nd down, here's Brady. And he will go down. Cowboys sack. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Tough spot for the Pats now after the sack as Brady will lead them up 3rd and long. Working from the gun, it's Brady. He's going to wind up and air it out. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
He's going to air it out for Dorsett. He's got him in, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. To Michelle on the dump off. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down. Now the Patriots moving quickly, hustling up to the line.
Sugar. Let's go.
Again, it's Brady. Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far, so maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. Buying time to his left. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here. as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Dorsett on the return. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down.
And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Malik Collins busting through to get him for a loss of 6.
Wait! Sugar! Go!
On play action, now Brady. Throw left side complete. It's Gordon. Got some room at the 30. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down.
I'm guessing, partner, that if we're in the huddle with the Patriots right now, there's not a single guy that thinks they have any chance of coming back in this one, especially not with Tom Brady.
Yeah, who's Tom Brady? What's he done in the past as far as comebacks are concerned? Yeah, down right now, but that can evaporate quickly with him in the huddle.
Go Bandit! Wide! Check it!
On third down, that's White, and he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They're just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. They go play action here on first down. Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to drop him for his second sack now here tonight. Now Brady throwing on second down. Now he'll let it go deep left side. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Josh Gordon, 73 yards. And the Pats able to cash in for 6. Gostkowski the extra point, and that gives them a 3-point lead. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now this time he'll look to throw. And got his man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. The big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, You and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
But not a big gain with that play, but what they're doing is they're spreading the defense out, probing a little bit, and what they're hoping probably is that later in the game, they can create a matchup that they can exploit for big yardage later.
On third down, Elliott. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. And he's just short. He got 6 of the 7 he needed, so that leaves a decision here on 4th and a yard. So they'll say no to the 50-yard field goal try. Instead, the offense out there, they're going for it.
46. Hey, switch. Here you go. Switch.
Looking to throw. Prescott. And this is caught. Amari Cooper. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper, 33 yards. And the Cowboys are in for 6. Big 4th down conversion for the score and the defense. That is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. Brady now on 1st down. He's going to look deep down the field. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
His struggles finding open receivers continue. I don't know the last time I saw him this inconsistent throwing the football.
It would be hard to find a date when he was this inconsistent. You know, in his locker, he keeps the word poise printed on an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. He needs to find that poise right now.
He certainly does. In fact, I would suggest he laminate it.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
And that incompletion was caused by the defense. I think they were trying to get one into the middle of the field, trying to find a receiver there. But they were in zone defense. And what are the advantages of being in zone? Eyes and reaction. Eyes meaning all eyes are on the quarterback and able to react when he throws the football.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for 2nd down. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Now Prescott dancing to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
Well, there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Here's Dorsett. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Patriots take over. Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Finding room at the 30. They find some open field here. And all the way down to the 41-yard line. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Come on, let's go!
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And a timeout taken. Just 6 seconds away from the 2-minute warning. This defense wanted to stop the clock prior to that, and they do.
Let's go! Brad 38! Brad 38!
Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, as the defense rallies quickly after the nice move. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides.
Hey! Four down.
10th carry now for Elliott. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
White 90! White 90! Quiet, team. Pretty quiet. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. Get him. Get him. Stay at home. Stay at home. Stay at home. Stay at home.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. And he'll get this one down to about the 20. The Cowboys on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
Here we go. White 90. White 90.
And now with the play clock winding down, Jason Garrett opts to take a timeout. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. The Cowboys on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
Here we go.
covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. And so Tavon Austin, he's going to go. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tavon Austin, 29 yards. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people who really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. From Foxborough, good night, everybody.